Good morning, ladies. Let's get into my history with alcohol, okay? I had a problem with other drugs here and there, but nothing ever stuck. I was never truly addicted to other drugs, but hey, I'm an addict. Once I do something, I want to do it more and more and more and more. A little bit is never enough for me. So with alcohol, when I grew up, I had a pretty good life. I was adopted. I did have some trauma and stuff from my bio mom, and we'll get into all that. I'm sure I'll share a lot of my trauma with you guys throughout the courses. But when I had good parents. They didn't drink, they didn't smoke. My parents that adopted me. But when I hit my teenage years, I was a good girl. School, cheerleading, all that stuff. Well, I met a boy, of course, the boy. And, right away, older boy, drinking, smoking weed, doing all the things right. I had a baby very young. I had Jake, my son, very young, in high school still. And I still wasn't huge on the alcohol or anything yet. I breastfed him for a couple years. So I want to say when I was about 20 was when I started drinking a little bit more, on the weekends. Every time I drank, I liked it because I felt so included. And it's kind of like, hey, you can hang with the guys, the group of people drinking and it's social, it's how it starts. It's fun. It's social. I always drank a little bit more than everyone else. And I think it's because when I found out that, hey, when I drink this, it numbs all these feelings inside, I was like, oh yeah, I want that. I need that, right? Because of trauma and stuff that we've had in our past, in our younger years. But I was a hairstylist for many, many years. And one weekend I had a friend call me and she said, hey, do you want to make $200? And I said, sure, how? And she said, well, I want you to come down to the bar I work at and stock beer. And I said, okay, cool, I'll do it. I went down there, I stocked beer that night. I made $250. And I fell in love with the environment, with the people there, the music, the laughing, just the chaos. I fell in love with the environment. And I started bartending. And yes, I made a lot of money, but that's when my alcoholism hit me quick because I went from drinking on the weekends with my friends for fun to drinking every single day. And it was kind of like, hey, I'll buy you a shot. The people that, I'm working, it's my customers. I'll buy you a shot. Come on, take one with me. And then it just became more and more and more. And I started realizing I was drunk before I even got off of work. And then I had to drive home to my son and make dinner and do everything the same. And then, months go on and months go on and years go on. And it's almost to the point where when I get off of work, I don't even want to go home because I'm having fun and I just want to drink more and more and more and more, which I thought was fun, right? And I quickly went down a spiral. I want to say 2 years after bartending, I was a full-blown alcoholic. Every single day, I was drinking until I went to sleep. This continued for years. About 10 years of my life, I was an everyday drinker. I do not even understand how I am not dead. I would drink and drive. My eyes were yellow. I had Crohn's disease. I had all these things wrong with me. I mean, I was miserable. I hated myself. I was in depression. I was suicidal. I would self-harm. I do not know how I'm still alive and how I am here today to help you girls through sobriety, because I promise you, any horrible feeling you've had, I've been there. Any terrible, embarrassing piece of shit decision you've made, I've done it. And that's what I'm here to guide you and show you that you're not alone and we are gonna slay sobriety together. And I was at the end, I was having some back pain and I'm scared to go to the doctor because I have really bad Crohn's disease and I know he's gonna get on me because I haven't got my colonoscopy done in 3 years. And I go into the doctor and they go to check, do an ultrasound on my intestines for my Crohn's disease. And the lady that's doing the ultrasound, she goes, oh, can you turn this way? And I was like, that's weird. She's never done that before. And I turned over a different way and she was ultrasounding a different part of my back. I thought for sure it was my kidney, but nope. I get a call from the doctor a couple days later and he says, Jenny, you're this close to cirrhosis. Your liver is so fatty. You are going to get cirrhosis. Your enzymes are wacky. Your eyes are yellow. I think I was 30, just turned 30. He said, you need to stop. That wasn't enough for make me quit. I left that doctor's office and went and drank. I don't know why we self-sabotage like that. But I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. It took me to see somebody else. When I met my husband, he was all for me drinking. He was okay with it because he was so set in his sobriety. And this is what we long for. He's so set in his sobriety that what anybody else does around him doesn't matter. It doesn't bother him that I was drinking. I mean, it was annoying probably if I was being ignorant or a bitch, right? Or loud when he wanted to go to bed, but he didn't care because he was so strong and he knew his why and he knew the tools and he knew that he didn't want to drink because he was happier sober. And so when I seen that, I wanted it. I seen his happiness. I seen how much he blossomed. I seen how successful he was. I seen how much he thrived in life in his 50s. He lived like he was 19 years old and he had so many opportunities in the world still. And here I am 30 thinking, damn, is this my life? Every day, waking up, going to work, feeling like shit, throwing up on the way to work. It was no life to live. I was miserable. And so I choose to quit drinking. And when I did, holy moly, the blessings just came and came and came and came and came, I got some really bad shit show stories. I was passed out drunk at 11 a.m., on the gutter of a bar when they were having a surprise party for me there at 5 p.m. Like, how embarrassing. I wasn't even at my own surprise party for my 30th birthday because my mom and my sister had to take me home. Like, I've done some really awful things too that I have no problem sharing with you guys in our Zoom meetings. And I just thank every bit of me that I am where I am today, and I'm here to help you girls. So I want you girls to do me a favor. I want you guys to all go out and get a journal tonight. We are going to be journaling a lot in these courses. And so you need a journal and you need a planner and you need sticky notes. So that's what you need. And I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Go into the community and write on there. Let me know you're here. Say hello. And we will get this thing rolling. I think I'm going to do 2 lessons a week. And from there, we will just all mingle and get to know each other. Have a good day. I'm excited to hear your guys' alcohol shit show stories.